Here's I don't want to hear no hate. When you hear some of these teams I'm buying stock in, I know how you rock.
And that's how we gonna open it up.
Stay the fuck out of nigga lane. Hey, don't swear, don't swear, hey, don't swear. Push lane.
All right, all right, all right. All right, here we go. Here we go. Episode 30 for Curry. I'm Darius. I'm here with my man Don. What's good, Don? How you feeling? How you living?
I'm good, man. I had some narratives last night watching basketball, and they all got pushed, and I got achieved. I wanted the Kings to win. I wanted the Suns to win, and it was one other team. Oh, I wanted the Nuggets to beat the Bucks. All that happened, you know.
Oh, I see you. I see you out there. Parlay King.
Well,
Parlay King. We forgot about that.
well, I ain't hitting nothing on basketball. I ain't hitting. What you got going on, man?
Man, oh man. I'm just trying to see what the Falcons is still trying to do this off season, man. Cause I feel it. I feel
Uh,
like Terry got something cooking, man. He got something cooking in the pot. I'm still
who
trying to see what
who left out there that you would
hey man,
even want?
hey man. Hey, I ain't say nothing. All I ain't say nothing. The only thing I took was the bet because I need some new hats, man. You know, I
What
ain't
what
been.
was what was that bet again? Because I gotta write that down.
Yep. Two hats. Two hats. The Falcons. Only thing the Falcons got to do is win 9 games.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. That's
That's
what it
that's
was.
that's easy work for us. Easy.
It ain't because the MGM, the little Vegas place, they got y'all at like 7.5.
Oh well, last year they had us at 5.5.
So hey, I started to send you the one at the top. The only two teams that got 11.5 is the Bengals and the Chiefs. I started sending you and say it should be interesting since that bet we got.
I'm not worried.
But
I'm not worried.
our schedule easier. So hey,
Our schedule not that tough.
no, I'm saying versus the Chiefs, we got an easier schedule. But hey, a bet is a bet, you know.
Well, well,
Well,
we gonna have to see, man. We're gonna have to see. I'm excited for this draft next month, man. That's gonna
I
be exciting. That's
I
gonna be
am
real
too.
exciting.
I be up on my phone doing the little PFF mock drafts up on there
Yep.
and all that. But I mean, some of the people they be having falling, I'd be like, I can't see that happening.
Yeah, I think the same thing because you get like the A grade for like a player that you think is really
Hmm.
gonna go on like
Bro,
late first, early second.
all you got like literally, I was the Bengals at 28. I drafted Anton, I think his name Anton Harrison from Oklahoma, the tackle. Then we got like second round we got pick 60. I picked the cornerback from Syracuse. I think it's Garrett something. He ranked like number 40 something. If you always just pick somebody that's way like their grade is like their draft grade is way lower than where you're at, of course you're gonna get A's because that's all I did. And then I picked Stetson Bennett in the seventh round. They gave
Yeah.
me an A minus. I said okay, all right.
Yeah,
But
yeah, that's 100% true.
yeah. But before we get started, I'd like everybody to like, subscribe, comment, share it, spread the podcast, and let's get it started.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got on the agenda today. We're gonna get into three teams slash players you are buying stock in. Then we're gonna get right into some Cam Newton,
Mm.
one of my longtime division rivals. Cam Newton, he is trying to make his way back into the NFL. Said 32 players ain't better than him. Let's see. Let's talk about it. Then we got build your team roster, your dream team for your favorite team roster. I like that. I like that. We're gonna see some nice things in there, man. That's gonna be a cool one. Then we got 32 teams in 10 weeks. This week we got the Packers, the
Mm.
Pats, and the Jets. Don's teams, Don's favorite.
So, hey,
Don's favorite
Jimmy,
team.
Jimmy, Jimmy would miss the week that he got to talk about his own team.
Yeah, right. He was
Jesus.
ducking us for some reason. Then we're gonna get into round robin. We're gonna just pick out some topics, talk about it for a little bit, and then we're gonna move on. So let's get it started, Don. Let's get it started. Teams and players you're buying stock in. What you got?
Man, you know, I'm right down the street from this team. I couldn't just let their moves just be forgotten or overshadowed. You know what I'm saying? I know there's some haters on the podcast, particularly ones with red hats. What, that's an Astro hat?
Yep.
But particularly ones with Astros hats on. We're going no further than the Carolina Panthers. I'm buying stock in the Carolina Panthers because they're either going to draft C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young. That's that's a plus. Then I believe whatever quarterback they draft is in probably a good predicament. They got Frank right there. They got Jim Caldwell, and they got Josh McCown. That's pretty good to come into the league and have those three as basically your mentors or the people that's teaching you. Then think about the weapons they added with them. Got Miles Sanders, added Adam Thielen, a veteran. Got Hayden Hurst, a veteran. Got DJ Chark. Bro did put up 1,000. He put up 1,000. What that was like 2016, 17
With
or
the
something like
Jags.
that. Yeah, put up 1,000. Then you still got Terrence Marshall right there. I mean, I like what Carolina's building. They're mixing the young with the old, and honestly, the division is wide open. Like I know other people think for some reason that they team just gonna have the division on lock, but honestly, this division is wide open. And then think about all the young pieces they got. They got Derek Brown, they got Brian Burns, they got J.C. Horn, Dante Jackson, Jeremy Chin, and then they picked up Shy Tuttle and Von Bell. Hey man, I might have to go see some Carolina Panthers game this year. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, bro. Like this, what didn't you hear that you didn't like out of this whole situation? You know what I'm saying?
Carolina Panthers. That's all you had to say. That's all you had to say, and I already am looking past it because
Dog.
let me just ask you this because you said if they get I'm telling you right now,
Yeah, you're gonna hate.
do not be surprised. I'm not gonna be surprised, but I know you're gonna be surprised if they just say, you know what, Anthony Richardson is just a freak athlete that we want to have. We think he can be our next Cam Newton for this organization, right? I won't be surprised. And then also, I know you said, I mean, we got Baker, Derek Carr, most likely a rookie quarterback, and Desmond Ritter. I still don't know what the Atlanta Falcons are doing. I don't know if they're gonna sneak around and still try to get Lamar. I don't know if they are. I've heard rumors of them trading up to the third pick
To
and
get who?
possibly trying to get Stroud, or I hope we don't get Levis. I hope we I'm telling you right now, only way I want us to trade up is if we go get Will Anderson. That's the only play I want to trade up for. Other than that, if Stroud ain't there, I don't want any other quarterback.
You want Jalen
So
Carter?
Jalen Carter. If he falls to us at 8, I'll take Jalen Carter. But I'm not gonna trade up and go get Jalen. I'll trade up and go get Will Anderson. But
See, I don't think I think he's gonna be good, but I don't think he's gonna be like they his comp is kind of like Hassan Reddick type. Like Hassan Reddick is really good, but he isn't no like T.J. Watt or Miles Garrett or you know what I'm
he
saying?
got better as his career as he aged. Reddick has gotten better.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
But no, to not to take the biasness out of it.
Mm.
The Carolina Panthers, yes, they got a nice coaching staff now. They
Oh,
they do
also
have pieces.
that clip I sent you where
I'm
McCown said, "I see you in Carolina. Maybe we can hoop or something in Carolina." But hey, continue.
That's just hoping and praying. But again, there's still rumors out there that they love Richardson, so I'm not gonna be surprised if they take him. Uh, Adam Thielen. I mean, Yeah, he's a good possession receiver. He could find the end zone, but I'm not banking on him and DJ Chark to be game changers on offense, especially Hayden Hurst. I'm not banking on them three to be the great trio. Like there's a lot of other duos or trios that's a lot better than them.
Of
Um,
course, of course.
Honestly, Kyle Pitts and Drake London is better than them as a duo. Uh, so I mean, the offense they're building up their O line. I think they got two young tackles, which is great. They picked the tackle
Hmm.
last year that's playing very well. Miles Sanders, again, I think I brought up the point in the chat where he had that O line behind him in Philly to help him out. So, but the defense is young. The defense is really young, and you also forgot about J.C. Horn. So,
I said him,
I don't remember you saying him, but if you did, I mean, I was right on the money. I
or
mean,
at least, as I say, at least I got his name written down.
Von Bell and Jeremy Chin, some big
Hmm.
hard hitting safeties that can play in the box. Yeah, they gotta put it together. They gotta put it together. So I mean, they got a coaching staff. So we'll see. We'll see. I
Mm.
still got my stock in Atlanta, but I give you your flowers.
Was that so hard to acknowledge other
Yes,
teams in the
it was
division
very
that
hard.
made good moves? You see, I don't you do you ever see me talk mess about the Steelers? I don't talk mess about Steelers no more because they earn my respect. You know what I'm saying?
But they're not competitors in your division.
Bro, two things can be true. Like I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand why I tell y'all what I mean, and then y'all take it a foot further, and then y'all look at me crazy because I didn't take it that foot further. I said what I mean. The Steelers, you know, they're looking decent nowadays. They got rid of washed up Ben Roethlisberger.
For Kenny Pickett.
Uh,
Ah, so my stock, my first. I got a couple players here. I got a couple players. Um, I know you're not gonna like this one.
Homer pick, I bet.
I know you're not gonna like this one. It's
With
gonna be
Desmond Ritter.
Calvin Ridley.
Oh my
Calvin Ridley.
God.
I think Calvin Ridley to the Jags is fantastic. They get a veteran route runner, a guy that can route you up, and has a nose for the end zone. I mean, when he's with Atlanta, I think I think it was only one season he had 4 touchdowns. Other than that, he had about seven to nine touchdowns every single year he's been in the league. Um, he plays with a top 10 quarterback that can also get him the football. That's perfect for him. He has a lot of opportunity to get to elevate his game, come back, play well, and also he's gonna get the football. Um, the roster is talented. I think they have some talent on that roster. I think that Dougie P is a good play caller and will set this offense up very well. Him and Christian Kirk is going to be a nice duo together, along with Zay Jones, and they kept Evan Ingram, which is fantastic. Travis Etienne in the backfield. I mean, he's a 1K. He's had 1,000 yards receiving. Calvin Ridley's only 27 years old. So he's not on the wrong side of 30. And I think he could be a better contributor than what they had with Marvin Jones. So I think for him, this could be a good year for him.
You know, I'm not gonna do no hate. Hey, we'll see, my brother. We will see. I'm not saying he won't ever get season. I'm just not. I say this. I can buy that Calvin Ridley could get 1,000 yards. I ain't
Could
going to
get
14. It could get 1,000 yards. Could,
if
bro.
Christian. All right, let me ask you a real question. Who's better, Christian Kirk or Calvin Ridley?
Calvin Ridley, but Calvin Ridley also missed a year. I stay consistent on the people that missed a year. Hey, let's not do this because we did this with Deshaun Watson.
No,
And
Deshaun Watson missed 2 years.
it doesn't
It's a
matter.
difference.
A year, another year
Shit,
matters.
shit. No, honestly, if you like that, you could come back and play well.
I
To
agree.
be honest, if Josh Gordon didn't have all the issues, off the field issues, tell me, tell me he wouldn't be
He's
a
still
top.
no,
Tell me he
he
wouldn't
was
be a
still
top 10 receiver, like
yeah.
in
I
his
mean,
peak,
he was top 10 when he was with the Browns, and they didn't have
bro.
no quarterbacks.
Bro, he came back. I remember this vividly because it was versus the Falcons. His first game back, he came from he had like 200 yards receiving his first game back.
I'm in 100% agreement. I had to see him twice a year. So just I agree with you. I mean, hey, uh, you know,
Let's for another example, Aldon Smith from the 49ers.
hmm
Was he like that? When he was on the field, he was like that.
yes, but
If he didn't
wasn't
have
he?
those off the field issues,
Wasn't it drugs? Ain't
it was alcohol, drugs, I
it?
mean,
Yeah,
you name it.
yeah,
So
yeah. He was like, I agree. Because look at Clay. Clay was injured for what 2 years? Was it two
yeah,
years?
Clay,
And he
yeah.
came back. So I mean, I could see it happening. I'm not saying that he won't. I said I could just see him getting 1,000. I'm not with the 1,400. I said 1,000, and
He,
then
he didn't. No, he got suspended this year. Oh yeah. So I mean, you could really say a year and a half he's missed.
the only reason why I say I don't see him getting 1,400 is because you still got Marvin Jones. Or is Marvin Jones still there? Or is he a free agent?
Can't be. I don't think Marvin Jones is there anymore.
Well, you still got Kirk, you still got Ingram, you still got Zay Jones, still got ETN. Like this, they
I
still have a lot of pieces, other
I think
pieces.
Calvin turns into that number one receiver for them over Christian Kirk. But I think Christian Kirk is going to complement him. Like they're going to be. I think they're going to be a good duo. Like that's like a duo I would buy stock in, and not the Panthers.
What? I'm not paying attention to that. What the Jags rank that in the AFC for you? Like what number?
Like are they a playoff team?
I know they're a playoff team because their division is weak, but out of the like if you were just going down like Chiefs 1, Bengals 2, 3, 4, 5, where
I
they
would
rank?
I would say like the Jags is probably like fourth or fifth. I would say
Mm.
fifth at minimum.
Who you got above them at that number 4 spot? Because I know who number 3 is. Who is number 4?
So you got the Bengals, you got the Chiefs, you got the Bills.
Don't say no
Uh,
bum ass Dolphins.
I mean, it would have to either be the Dolphins or the Chargers, and then
I can't put the Chargers over them after what they did in the playoffs.
I mean that's like the Chargers theme right there. I mean that's nothing new for them. They've been doing that
Mm,
since Philip Rivers.
exactly. So I'm not the highest Jags fan, but I would still put them above the Chargers. Chargers got to prove
I
something
mean
before I do.
they was fourth last year, and that's because they had a weak division with 9 wins. I mean, yeah, I mean, I could see them being like the fifth best roster at minimum. At
You just going off
most,
a roster, or you saying like
in the standings, I could see them being the fourth or fifth seed
mm,
again. So they were the fourth seed last year. That's because of their division.
well, it had
But
to be the fourth because they're gonna win the division again. So
yeah, so I mean, fourth. Yeah, I could see that.
mm. Well, one of my other winners, I mean, a team I'm buying stock in. We don't talk about this team a lot, but the Seattle Seahawks. I'm not gonna lie, I like a lot of their moves that they've done this week. They bought Bobby Wagner back last night, 1 million. I mean, 1 year, 7 million. Then they signed Dramont Jones. Bruh had 22 sacks, two forced fumbles, one interception, six passes defended. I mean, and then they bought Geno back. Geno contracted what was it like 3 years, 100 mil or something like that. It was something around that or something, I think. But you getting a Pro Bowler in Geno, you getting the comeback player of the year in Geno. I'm not the biggest Geno guy, but bruh is better than what they had before. He replaced a washed up quarterback and came out here and showed that he could ball. You know what I'm saying? Bro put up 4,200, 42 passing yards.
You gotta stop doing that.
I got to put some extra spice in it whenever we referring to Mister Let's Ride. Yeah, 4,200 passing yards, 30 TDs. He led the league with 69.8% completion rate. Gino was that guy. Um, the reason why I'm buying stock in them is because they had the number 5 pick. Now, number 5, you could get Anthony Richardson, you could get Will Levis, you could get Jalen Carter, or any of these other draft prospects. But even if you could draft one of these quarterbacks, they could sit behind Gino, who we all know is a pro. You could sit behind him, learn, and then the following year, like they're doing with Jordan Love. Well, Jordan Love been sent for like 3 years, but you can bring him in and see what you got with him. Because I mean, I'm not the highest Will Levis guy or the Anthony Richardson guy, but both of them seem like they have more potential than what Gino has, to be honest. So you can bring one of them in and get a generational player if it works out. And honestly, the only team in your division that you really have to worry about is the 49ers. The
Yeah,
Rams, I'm hey, you know how I feel about the
Rams are done
Rams.
for.
Yeah, and then the Cardinals, man, come on, man. Kyler not
They ain't
even
gonna have
there.
Kyler.
Their defense was still trash. So I'm just looking at it like this. Y'all have a lot of pieces. You got Metcalf, you got Lockett, you got Walker. Some of the players y'all got on offense. Some players y'all got on the defense. Jordan Brooks, who I think has a torn ACL, I believe. And then you got Woolen, and then you got Quandre Diggs. Like, I'm buying stock in the Seattle Seahawks. I believe they're gonna be right back in the playoffs again. Depending on who they match up with, I could see them getting to the second round.
No, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. Do you think some of these teams should, like the Lions, the Raiders, the Seahawks, why not just go all in and find a better player? Like, for
Talking
example,
about quarterback.
no, not at quarterback. Pass on a quarterback. So the Lions, for example, why not go boost up your cornerback position and get the dude from Oregon or Witherspoon from Illinois?
Well,
The
they bought in Cam Sutton. Cam Sutton was pretty good with the Steelers, and then they bought in Mosley from the 49ers. He was pretty good. And then they still got what's that boy name to start with an O? For the Lions, their cornerback.
oh I know what you're talking about.
I see his name, but I just don't know. I just can't think of how it
Yeah.
sounds.
I know the guy from Ohio State. Yeah,
Yeah,
he played very well this year.
yeah. So
After
that's
being
what
in the
I'm
league
like.
for 3 years.
So I feel like the Lions are in perfect position, same as the Seahawks, where they addressed some of their needs. Their defense was trash, and they addressed some of the needs on defense. They went and got uh Gardner Johnson to play safety. Like they addressed some of their needs. So now when it comes to the draft, best player available, who out there, we can get whoever.
Best player available. I mean, Jared Goff isn't horrible. I mean, I guess if you want to have a young talent back there, but I don't know.
But
If I,
Jared Goff isn't the answer.
but even still, these a lot of these quarterbacks are being recycled. Like honestly,
Hmm.
so I mean, if Jared Goff doesn't play there, I'm sure Jared Goff is going to get another opportunity somewhere else. So
Hmm.
I mean, he showed that in his second year with the Lions under the new regime that he showed some sparks, just like Gino, right? And Jared Goff has also led a team to a Super Bowl. So I mean, I would build the roster a little bit more, like the Raiders. I would probably pass up on a quarterback as well. Move
You would pass
forward.
on the quarterback for the Raiders?
The defense is trash.
I agree, but also same thing. Jimmy G is not your answer.
What if Jalen Carter falls to the Raiders? Why not pick Jalen Carter?
Yeah, I mean, they do
I
need.
still have Josh Jacobs. I still have Devontae Adams. I who else did they went out and picked up
He's
the guy
not worth mentioning.
from the Pats.
He's not worth mentioning.
Jacoby
My,
Myers. He was the best receiver on the market.
did you see the market?
I mean, yeah, but still, I mean, he was the best receiver on the market. Him and Juju.
Oh,
I mean,
there.
I would have took him over Juju.
Mm, mm,
At least he showed in the Patriots system that he's a solid receiver.
yeah, I mean he can do some things, but I just he when it like I feel like they done took a step back now. Like from I know you're not the highest Derek Carr fan, but from Derek Carr to Jimmy G, okay, if you want to call it even, cool. But then you talk about Darren Waller to Jacoby Myers. Like, come on now. Like I'd rather still have Darren Waller.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. But I think some of these teams should pass up on quarterbacks because CJ Stroud and Bryce Young is gonna go 1 and 2 most likely. If nothing happens. The Colts is the only other team that I think really should go out and maybe trade up and maybe go get a quarterback. Well, they're gonna get a quarterback. Most likely it will be Anthony Richardson, if not Will Levis. And other than that, I mean, I think the Raiders, the Seahawks, they should just maybe take that dude, Tyree Jackson from Texas Tech, go boost up your pass rush. Like that, just you have a good team. So why not bring in some extra talent, young talent that's not the quarterback position? Give Gino the key again. You already paid him. Jared Goff, give him the key, and you move forward. At least you got a better roster, and hopefully next year you get Cam Newton.
You get who?
I don't know. Cam said he better than 32 of the players, so
I know. I know he not better than those players that you just speaking on. I know that.
All right, man. For me, it's a young guy. He didn't even get his feet wet in the NFL yet, but I think this guy here is the guy. It's just where is this guy gonna go? Bijan Robinson, man. Bijan Robinson. I'm buying all the stock in this brother here. I honestly take everything aside. If there was nothing, if we're just looking at straight athletes, if there was no quarterback, no running back, no receiver, O line, and you don't draft a player in a certain position, he'll be a top 3 prospect. He's probably the best prospect or top 3 prospect in the draft behind Will Anderson and Jalen Carter. Because I honestly think his breakout, his rookie season, his breakout is going to be like that Zeke and Saquon, where it's just going to be like he's just going to be super explosive. If you watch his tape, his ability to make people miss, he led all BCS in missed tackles. He can also catch the football at high points. He high points the ball, so he's a good receiving back. He also can block. He also can stop on a dime. He's a true top 5 talent. I don't see. I can't see how this isn't like a gold mine right here. There's a golden nugget you'll find right in the draft, the first round. Whoever wants to get ahead and make that splash, but he's a true big time playmaker. Like his breakaway speed is there. There's nothing he really can't do when he touches the football. And honestly, I think he's that game changer that teams need. So I won't be surprised if the Cowboys take him. That would be perfect. I predicted that before Mel Kiper came out and said it. I was like, Bijan to Dallas would be perfect.
So basically, you saying you Mel Kiper? You better than Mel Kiper?
I'm not saying I'm better than Mel Kiper, but I'm just saying I was like, why don't Dallas just go out and pick? I was talking to a Dallas fan, and I was in a Dallas and Dolphins fan. We was talking football, and I said, why don't Dallas just cut Zeke and move forward with and draft like Bijan Robinson? And it was like, no, that's stupid. They need a second corner. They need another receiver. Okay, I get that. But at the end of the day, they still are a run-first offense, believe it or not. And Bijan will fit perfectly in that system. If I'm Philly, At number 10, if he's there, I'm taking him. But but that's different though at this point because we thought Philly lost a lot of pieces, and mainly on defense. But they also lost Miles Sanders. But I think that would be perfect with their O line, with their receiving duo, and Dallas Goddard and Jalen Hurts. Put Bijan Robinson in that offense. That might be the best offense in the league. Damn near. Bijan
Yeah,
Robinson. Where else did I see him potentially going?
I seen some mocks of him going to the Patriots.
Man, there was a new team. I saw a mock with him going to Atlanta, but at number 8, that's we we would. I think Bijan would be perfect for our offense as well because we need a running back, and
Hmm.
again, we need a big time playmaker. Like that's one thing Drake London and Kyle Pitts is like they don't
They're like
they're
possession guys.
yes they're more possession receivers. So if we get a big explosive guy like Bijan, that'd be perfect. But I mean, there's some teams that could definitely use him, and whoever gets him, that's going to be perfect for them.
I would agree. I'm also think it might just depends on where he goes because I think I think he's good, but I believe if he goes to assist offense that has other weapons in it, then yeah, he's gonna explode. But you go to the Patriots, people are gonna be crowding the box. They ain't not worried about no juju out there. Like they know they can. They know they can single cover juju. Like so, that's what I think. It's going to depend on where he goes, also. But go to Philly, oh yeah, that'll be a problem. Atlanta, it could be a problem. Some of these other places, I think I seen somebody say the Bears in the back, like what they got, like number 9 pick. I seen the Bears the other day also. That could
Oh,
be
I
a
see.
problem.
That's what I saw. The Chargers pairing him and Austin Eckler together as a as a duo.
That would be a problem for real too. But hey, it's the Chargers. But the last person I am buying stock in this year, I poo-pooed him a little bit the other day, but I do believe he's going to have a great season. I got Justin Fields. The Bears have put everything around him to be successful. They brought in DJ Moore. They already had Mooney. They already got Cole Kmet. I don't need to bring up the other wide receiver because he ain't worth mentioning. And I think if he could become Jalen Hurts light, hey, you talk about the Bears gonna have something like literally. Justin Field has the arm. He just needs to work on his accuracy. He has the weapons. I mean, bro is the best rushing quarterback out here right now today. I just don't understand. Like, if he doesn't put it together, I just don't. I'm not gonna understand how he didn't put it together. To be honest with you, because they set him up. They setting him up perfectly. Like, and then they're fixing the offensive line. I imagine they're gonna look at somebody in the draft, and and they bought in weapons, and he still has who's that running back they still got back there?
Khalil Herbert.
Yeah, they got Khalil Herbert, who's pretty good. I mean, I'm buying
I
stock.
think he's coming off like an ACL tear or something like that.
Yeah, I'm buying stock in him. Another my slight one that I'm 50-50 on because I don't think he's gonna be leaving his team. Jerry Judy, if he gets away from Russ, I'm buying stock in him. I believe that if he goes to a legit team and he's the number one option, Burke can put up 1,000 yards.
Yeah, I thought Jerry Judy. I thought Jerry Judy was the best receiver in his class coming out because of
In
his
his
ability
class.
when he was coming out of the draft. Um,
You know who in his class?
I think was Jalen Waddle. No, Jalen Waddle was in Chase's class, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's Chase.
I know he had it was him, it was Judy, it was CeeDee Lamb.
It's CD
I want to
Higgins,
say
Jettas.
Jettas was in that too.
Uh-huh.
Who was that other receiver that came out from TCU that the Eagles took?
What his name is? I see his name. It
He plays
ain't.
for the Vikings now.
Oh Lordy, I know his name too.
Yeah.
Pittman came out also, I believe.
Yeah. So I mean, I honestly that whole class. I mean, I thought he was the best one out of all of them.
Who
Oh, Henry Ruggs. Henry Ruggs is in that class.
who who do you
Jalen
think
Rager.
who do you think is better, CeeDee Lamb or T Higgins? And don't just say some nonsense just because I'm a Bengals fan. Like I honestly want to know because I seen a podcast say yeah, CeeDee Lamb comfortably, and I'm just like I don't know if it's
Com-
comfortably.
comfortably. Well, CD is a top 10 receiver.
It ain't.
I don't think T Higgins is a top 10 receiver, but I think he's a top 20 receiver. Um, I I'm still gonna take CD because of his ability to play make after the catch. He can make guys miss, and he can break away for a touchdown easily.
T going to high point that ball. He can make contested catches. I mean, bro is 6'4", just
He's
mossing people.
Yeah,
Hey,
he's a big body receiver.
hey, I could agree. Maybe CD is better, but I'm not gonna say it's comfortably. Like how Justin Jefferson is comfortably the best wide receiver in that class. I don't think it's like a like I don't know. Mm.
Yeah, yeah. I think I still take CD, and that's not just being a bias towards you being a Bengals fan. That's just me speaking honestly. Because I
I get it.
honestly
I probably would take CD.
before we took AJ Terrell, I'm like, yo, get CD Lamb. I'm sitting there watching the draft. I'm like, CD is right there for us to take right here. We got Julio, we got Calvin, we got CD Lamb. What are you doing? And they take AJ Terrell, and I was pissed. I was like, what the hell is this? The last time I see him on the field, he was getting cooked
By Jamar Chase.
by Jamar Chase and fucking Jettis.
Jettis.
So I was like, what's going on? But you know what? AJ Terrell, he's a good player for us. So I respect it. I respect it. But yes, I wanted CD
Hey,
at that time.
your boy knew to act like I ain't gonna say act like he is injured. He got injured like the first quarter of
Oh
that
my
Bengals game. You
God. All
know,
right, now here we
he
go.
saw what his future was gonna be that game. So he said, "Nah, I gotta get up out of here. It's
Yeah,
gonna be a
yeah.
replay
All
of the
right.
national championship game."
See, and then you sending me highlights of Jamar Chase catching touchdowns on the third string corner.
I
Come on,
did.
what you doing, man?
I didn't
That
tell the
you,
NFL to put it on Instagram.
we have both our starting corners, and you sending me highlights and shit. I'm like, come on, what is this?
AJ Terrell was there at the beginning of the game. He did leave.
Uh
I give him that. He did leave, but nothing was gonna change.
yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
Jamal was jogging for his first and second touchdown. He was jogging at one point to the end zone, and y'all couldn't catch him. But hey, who
And
you got for your last one?
that was our worst. That was our worst game of the season. Other than that,
Yeah,
we played very well.
I know who
Um.
y'all don't want to see again.
Anyway, so my third team is going to be the Detroit Lions. I'm buying stock in the Detroit Lions. Top five O line, QB. I think I spoke about him a little while ago. He has a Super Bowl pedigree. I mean, he's been there before, and he's giving you Derek Carr like numbers, but with less turnovers. 29 touchdowns, but he's only turned the ball over 8 times compared to 14. Jameis Williams, watch out for him as being a breakout player. He could take a top off of defense. He was the best deep threat coming out of the draft last year. So finally, he gets a full healthy season. I think Amon St. Brown's a top 15 receiver, and I think he's a good number one. Adding corner depth, I think more corner depth will be perfect for them. And then Gardner Johnson signing was nice. Um, they got some young talent. Rodrigo at the linebacker position. They got Aiden Hutchinson leading the charge. I think they re-signed their number one tackler. They signed David Montgomery from the Bears to pair with Swift, who tends to be injury prone. But I think this team is poised to take another level. Like they're I don't even think they've reached their floor yet. They have more time, and I think they're gonna be a very good team next year.
Mm, I thought about them. I really did. I knew that you was probably gonna pick them, so that's why I left them alone. But yeah, I can
You
buy
you
Stockton's
see them
line.
winning 10 games? They won 9.
Mm. What the schedule looking like for before I say this? Cause I don't know, man. I got my Jordan Love agenda I'm pushing, so I'm just gonna say that they're gonna split with the Packers. The Bears, I think the Bears are improved. Honestly, I think they split with the whole division now that I think about it, because the Vikings put something on them last year. Um, who do they play outside?
They play Green Bay twice. So if they split the division, that's 3-3. They play
Hmm.
Minnesota.
No,
Oh,
Minnesota.
they play Minnesota twice. All right, so they play the Seahawks.
I don't know. I don't know about
They play Dallas at Dallas.
that. Mm-hmm.
They playing at Baltimore.
Like Lamar there, I don't know.
They playing at Tampa Bay. I think they can beat Tampa.
Of course.
Damn, they got to play at New Orleans.
Mm.
They got to play at LA Chargers.
Sheesh.
They got to play in Kansas City. Damn. They play Carolina at home. They play Atlanta at home. I don't know about that Atlanta game.
You mean the Lions win, right?
Nah.
Mm.
Because even when I looked at the Atlanta Falcons schedule, I'm like, that Lions game, I don't know. Don't know. So they play they play home with Carolina, and they play home for the Broncos. They got a pretty tough schedule.
I ain't gonna lie. Besides that Broncos game, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess we'll just wait and see. So let's get into the Cam Newton. Man, oh man, I'm trying to forgot the banner at the bottom, but we're gonna get it in for this one. All right. So Cam say he's better than 32 players in the NFL. He
Mm,
said just guys. Some of these guys are just guys.
mm.
So I'm gonna list off starting quarterbacks in the league. You let me know if you're taking
You,
Cam
hey,
or the
you
starter.
might as well just start like at the bottom half. You ain't even got
No,
to
no,
speak
no,
on
no, no,
top
no, no.
players.
We're gonna start off at the top. We're gonna start off at the top. So we're gonna start off with the AFC. We got Lamar Jackson for the Baltimore Ravens. You think Cam starting over Lamar? No.
I'll tell you this now. I have him over nobody in the AFC.
Okay. So we got Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Deshaun Watson.
No matter how much mess I talk about
Oh,
Deshaun
I
Watson.
got one for you right here.
Uh-uh.
Hey, this is your words. I put
Uh-uh.
some respect on my boy's name, but this is your words. Washed up Russell Wilson.
Nah, I still give. I thought about that when I looked at it. I said I can't. I ain't gonna take it that far. Like I'll at least say Russ is still better than Cam.
Okay. Trevor Lawrence,
Come on now.
Patrick Mahomes, Jimmy G,
Come on now.
Justin Herbert, Tua. Okay. Mac Jones.
No, hell to no.
The New York Jets. Let's say
Hold on. If Aaron Rodgers isn't there and it's Zach Wilson, that's a conversation. But
Kenny
I'm going.
Pickett,
Nah,
Ryan Tannehill with the
nah.
Tennessee Titans. Okay. Atlanta Falcons with Desmond Ritter. Just being honest.
I ain't even gonna do y'all like that. Nah, nah. Stay with Ritter.
I think you stay with Ritter because he's unproven. You don't know what you have. Kyler
Yeah.
Murray. Then you got Carolina. Well, we're gonna get to those teams because then I'm gonna go over some rookies. So Justin Fields,
Mm-mm.
Dak Prescott, Jared Goff, Aaron Rodgers,
But let
Matthew
me let me
Stafford.
let me just tell you this. I only got one team in the NFC. Can you guess that one
Oh
team
my God,
in
you're gonna say the Bucks? Send Cam to the Bucks. Send Cam anywhere in my division. That's just like sending. That might just be worse than sending Ryan Tannehill,
it's only I believe it's only because I'm not high on bacon, so I
bro.
just
I'm. This
you know
isn't it's not disrespect towards Cam because Cam was an MVP. He's led his team to the Super Bowl. So this isn't a poo-poo saying that Cam is,
Cam is just one of those guys that he was talking about. To be honest with you, Cam ain't that no more. Like
he
he ain't no,
exactly.
like my thing is, I seen it's off topic, but I seen it was on Instagram. They said which one of these quarterbacks you paying first is Joe Burrow, Lamar, Hurts, and Tua, I believe. And in the comments, a guy said, "Well, one of those quarterbacks got an MVP. When do MVPs expire? Like, when do we stop just hanging, banking on, oh, this person won an MVP? Like that. Like, I really want to know. Like, that just kind of irritates me that like that's their first argument for Lamar. And granted, I get it, he won an MVP, but there wasn't that like 2019, 2020, something like that. Like,
Yeah,
bro, this be my argument with Jimmy. What have you done for me now? I
yeah.
don't care about what you've done in the past. It's cool you did that. I can't take that away from you. But you got Jalen Hurts and Joe Burrow who just came off of Super Bowls. You can't even stay on the field when it matters, but yet the first thing people want to say is, "Oh, he has an MVP." Whoop de fucking do.
Yeah.
It was 2019, but
No, you're 100% on that.
so that's why I'm just like with Cam, like yeah, you once was pretty good, but you never was the most accurate. I mean, you really
Bro,
relied on your
he hasn't played a significant game since 2020, and I mean, it was just looking since 2018, 6-8 as a starter for Carolina, 0-2 as a starter for Carolina, 7-8 on that New England team, and then
mhm,
he didn't even throw for over 10 touchdowns.
mhm.
He
He
played
played five
fifth.
games in
He played
2021.
15 games and didn't throw for over 10 touchdowns. Granted, he had 12 rushing touchdowns, but what are we doing? What are we doing? He went
Mhm.
eight touchdowns for 10 interceptions. Then he played 5 games last year for Carolina and they went 0-5.
And four TDs and five interceptions and sacked 10 times. So I'm just trying to figure out what quarterback out here are you better than by you calling all these guys? Because I tell you this now, the quarterback position has gotten pretty deep where it's like even the average quarterbacks are like middle tier, like 20 something ranked.
There's a
Like,
difference. A lot of these guys can throw the football. Like people poo poo. Yo, honestly, I'm taking Brock Purdy over Cam Newton.
that's a fact.
I'm taking
That's
Brock Purdy over Cam Newton. Hey,
I'm taking Jacoby Brissett.
I
I
was
know
about
you
to
ain't
say,
high on him.
I give Jacoby Brissett the keys to the Lambo before I put Cam Newton back there.
Like I just
Baker Mayfield, I'm putting him back there.
well, I don't know about that one.
At
I
least
don't
Baker
know.
can throw the football. Cam
I give
can't throw
Baker
the
that. I
football.
give Baker. I will give Baker that. I will give
I
him
think
that.
that's my biggest issue is that he can't throw the football.
He's just not accurate. I see that
I don't know,
because
man.
I still think he still has an arm, but I just don't think he's accurate enough.
Do you think you even fathom Cam being a backup?
No,
That's what I'm
I wouldn't
saying.
even
Like
want. I wouldn't even
if
want him to be honest with you. It'd be just
if
attention.
if he I can't like his personality is just so big. Like he's like nah, he's not Odell-esque, but I'm saying like his personality, his persona, like the way he carries himself, like the spotlight kind of has to be on him, and I can't see him as a backup, just being a clipboard guy, waiting for his turn. No, I see him going out there competing and wanting to be the starter only, and I can't see
Hmm.
Cam being a backup.
I just when Cam started doing all that talking, I just be like, bro, like you act like we didn't see your last couple years. It's like, bro, like you ain't Cam Newton Superman no more, bro.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah, because
relax.
that game he talked about he back. I mean, did they win that game?
I don't remember. Talking about when he
Exactly.
was with Carolina, right?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
exactly.
I wasn't paying too much of attention of Cam and the Panthers then.
So I mean, yeah, it's just not the same, bro. It's just not the same Cam. And honestly, if I'm a team that needs a quarterback, I'm going in the draft. I mean, what's the dude from Tennessee? What's his name? Jalen
Hooker,
Hooker. Hooker.
Malik Hooker.
Malik Hooker. I'll take him over Cam.
Mm-hmm. I
I'll
mean,
see.
Burton's pretty. I ain't gonna lie, bro, pretty good.
If he didn't have his ACL tear, he'll be possibly a second round draft pick, and he still might go in the second round.
I seen some people saying they think he better than Will Levis.
I seen that too. I seen some people say that he might be like the third best quarterback, fourth best quarterback in the
I
draft.
seen Chris Sims say that. Now, when he did his little quarterback rankings, I seen him say that he had Will Levis like at 6.
Yeah, I see Will Levis stock going down lately.
Yeah, I'm not too sold on Will Levis. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Believe it or not, not everyone is a Skip Bayless fan. But when I say what I will say is when Skip says he doesn't believe in a quarterback coming out of the draft, he's typically right on the money with that. He's typically on the money with that.
I don't know, because I'm trying to think. Was he high on Kyler?
Yeah, come on.
He
He's
was.
an Oklahoma fan.
That's what I was trying to figure. That's what I was trying to remember.
He's
I know.
shoot me and him the only Baker fans in the U.S. Man.
You ain't lying, because he still pushed that Baker nonsense to this day.
Oh man.
So you definitely right about that.
So closing arguments. Do you think Cam should get another shot? Do you think
No.
Cam? Yeah. I'm passing.
No.
I'm passing. Wow. I mean, hey,
I'm saying
if you
still
like
want to play,
if you still want to play, you might as well.
So, I mean, I wasn't saying it as a shot, but I mean, XFL something if that's what you still want to do. I mean, like a scout said, you fall. It was something around you falling when you have to go to your college pro day just to show off your talent.
I think his brother was there. His brother is a receiver there, I believe.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, his brother plays for Auburn.
Mm.
All right. All-time team builder. All right. So we are going to get to all-time team builder with a quarterback, a running back, 3 receivers, and a tight end. All right. So you want to go one by one, or you just want to go straight through? What you want to do?
It don't make me no difference. However you want to do it.
All right,
If we
man.
go one by one, we can just at the end we can just say who all we got at the end, or we can just go straight down the list. It don't make me no difference.
Let's go one by one. So starting off at quarterback, I know Matt Ryan is our all-time pass. He leads in as statistically in every quarterback aspect. He got an MVP. He's been to a Super Bowl. But Matt Ryan, I wasn't the biggest Matt Ryan fan, and living in New England at one point, obviously Matt Ryan is beloved there because he went to Boston College. So I haven't heard any Matt Ryan hate, and I'm not giving Matt Ryan hate. He's been a very good quarterback for us for a very long time. We appreciate it. And I wish he did get a Super Bowl, because I will say that he is a competitor. Like he isn't he has the numbers to be a Hall of Famer. He has the numbers to be a Hall of Famer.
All y'all had to do is just not blow a 28-3 lead.
Exactly. And it's not all his fault. It's other pieces, Kyle Shanahan. But
oh Lord.
But my quarterback for me, who hangs out with us every week, is Mike Vick, man. That's my boy, man. Versatile dude.
Hold on. Which one?
That's my quarterback. That's my quarterback. Mike Vick. I gotta live and die by the guy that made me a Falcons fan. So that's my guy.
I get that.
That's my guy.
I get it. Everybody loves Michael Vick, but this Matt Ryan and Michael Vick there's some space in there for me.
There's definitely levels. There's definitely levels of difference right there. But for me, I'm gonna go Mike Vick. I mean, dual threat, ultimate dual threat. You coming to see the Mike Vick experience, box office. Big arm, game changer, make guys miss. Only thing is his accuracy was inconsistent. He can't stay healthy. I can count on my fingers how many times Vic played 16 games. So that's the only thing, man. Other than that, the experience, the overall, the game changer. Whenever you see a dual threat quarterback now, who they compare him to? Mike Vick. Oh, he's the next Mike Vick. You know what I'm saying? That's the first person they go to right there.
That's
when
true.
when they talk about a dual threat quarterback, who ESPN bring on? Analyst, NFL analyst, Mike Vick. Let's talk about Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
So it's the experience, man.
For my QB1, I'm sure you already know who I got. You know
Andy
what I'm
Dalton.
saying? Bro didn't even cross my mind. You know
Oh,
what I'm
no,
saying?
I got you right now. Carson Palmer.
It damn sure ain't crossed my mind either. I mean, you know, we got some legends at quarterback. We got the Boomer Esiason, we got the Ken Andersons, but you know, had to go with that man Joseph Lee Burrow. Hey,
You know, call
what?
this man by his full government.
Yeah, man, he's the future GOAT. You know what I'm saying? What can't you say about this man? Cool under pressure, ice in his veins. He's resurrected the Cincinnati Bengals. He's brought us to heights that we haven't seen in forever. I mean, I, it's just nothing that this man can't do. You know what I'm saying? And I believe, you know, I know you don't believe this. It's gonna be him versus Patrick Mahomes for Super Bowls for the foreseeable future. You know what I'm
just
saying?
just year after year, it's gonna be Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes,
What
Joe
a
Burrow.
wasn't it like that? How I'm seeing it. Like you remember when Peyton and Tom Brady was going back and forth, but you had the sprinkle of Ben Roethlisberger here, and then sprinkle of Philip Rivers.
Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco made his
Yeah,
run.
yeah. I think it's gonna be something like that, where it's like, yeah, okay, Josh Allen, you got in just that one time that year. Trevor Lawrence, you got in that one time that year, but it's mainly gonna be between those two guys. But my all-time quarterback for the Bengals, Joe Lee Burrow.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all, man. Because you're right. He is changing the trajectory of the organization, man. He's a game changer. I like Joe Burrow, man.
I think I know three of your players. I'm not sure about the wide receiver three, but I know the tight end, I know the wide receiver two, and I know wide receiver one. Running back, I ain't too sure who you would put right there.
Yeah, man. Because there was I like to go with guys I've at least seen. My
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you, man, my favorite running back we've had, believe it or not,
Cordell Patterson.
yeah, right. um, that believe it or not, like I, I really like t- he's not even touching like the all-time great running backs as far as Falcons, but besides like work done, I really like work done. So that I wanted to pick him. I wasn't in love with Devontae Freeman, but he was a solid back for us.
Yeah.
Like he was a tough runner for his size. But I'm giving it to Michael Turner.
Mm. But
Um,
I seen some highlights of him the other day, bro.
very
Bro was like that.
bottom heavy. He's a tough runner. We got him from San Diego. He was the backup running back to LaDainian Tomlinson from San Diego. And
Mm-hmm.
he was a touchdown machine. 10 plus touchdowns every single year he played with the Falcons. Every single year. 17 touchdown season. He led the league in touchdowns once with 17 touchdowns. 6,000 yards playing with Atlanta for 5 seasons. I mean, 60 career touchdowns with Atlanta. That's just with Atlanta. One-time All-Pro. He's been a 2-time Pro Bowler. he's I believe he leads our all time in rushing yards as well.
Hmm.
That I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I got to give it to Michael Turner. I got to
I
give him the
got.
respect, man.
I can agree with that. Like I said, I seen some highlights the other day, and hey, bruh, bruh had the power and he had some speed to him, so I give him that.
Yeah, he was
Um,
like that.
yeah, my running back one. Uh, like you said, I can only go off of people I've seen. So, I mean, well, I ain't gonna say just that because I say I lean more for people I've seen. But I'm going Corey Dillon. He's the all-time leading rusher for the Bengals. Got 8,000 yards. He's a three-time Pro Bowler. I feel like you was expecting me to say Joe Mixon or something like
Nah. I was gonna mess with you, but I was like, I'm gonna let him talk. I'm about to say Rudy Johnson.
that. So I mean, I like I've seen, I wasn't really watching Bengals highlights. I mean, watching Bengals back then, but I've seen highlights of Corey Dillon, and bro is tough back then. I ain't gonna lie. Like I feel like he doesn't get the respect that he deserves because he played for the Bengals when they was sorry. So for my running back one, I got Corey Dillon.
I think besides like NFL players, like NFL running backs, guys who like obviously studied the game, like some of the best, like Fred Taylor, when Jimmy brought up Fred
Hmm.
Taylor, as being a sleeper, 100%. Like a guy like that knows what Corey Dillon really was. Because a lot of
Hmm.
people remember Corey Dillon for being with the Pats,
That exactly.
but not understanding like he was really like that for the Bengals. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, nah, I like that one, man. I like that one. You already know the GOAT, man. The GOAT.
He's the
You already
goat
the
now.
GOAT. He the GOAT. He the GOAT. Jet Jones, man. Jet Jones. We put some respect on his name, man. Been one of the best receivers in the league in his prime. Hall of Famer. He should be a first ballot Hall of Famer, hopefully.
I
Hall
agree
of
with that.
Fame. He was on the Hall of Fame team of the 2010. Seven-time Pro Bowler, two-time All Pro. I
Mm.
mean, my man is just the GOAT, man. 12,000 receiving yards, 60 plus touchdowns. If my man could have found the end zone a little bit more, it he would have been on another level. He would have been better than AB. He would have been better than AB if
Yeah.
he found the end zone more. But I give AB his props, man.
Mm.
But I mean, consistently, I mean, from speed to, I mean, we talk about these big body receivers. Like
Hmm.
a lot of these 6'4" guys, they not running four like low, like mid low four 40s, and that's what Julio Jones was coming out of college. 6'4" big body that'll go up, explosive, go get the football, high point the ball, and run past you and run through you. Like good route runner, very good route runner. I mean, them Bama boys, they come out with route runners. I mean, all of them can run routes.
Yeah,
But
from the ones I'm thinking about, yeah, you ain't lying. But yeah, not Henry Ruggs. Mm,
him
he
and
can come
Jameson
by now.
Williams, I mean, they just,
Yeah,
I mean, when you got 4.2 speed, that's crazy.
yeah,
But when you could bring that to the football field, is even crazier. Uh,
yeah.
but I mean, led the league in rush and receiving yards multiple years, yards per game. Julio, one of the greats, man.
Uh, I didn't want to be too premature with my wide receiver when I went to old reliable. I got Chad Ochocinco, six-time Pro Bowler. First in TDs in Bengals history, put up 10,000 yards. That's most in Bengals history. The reason why I became a Bengals fan, I mean, from his celebrations to just his persona, that's my wide receiver one.
I can't. Hey, I'm not mad at that, man. I'm an Ocho Cinco fan, man.
Hey, Bengals got some wide receivers that like I know people be sleeping, but Bengals got some wide receivers for like since they've been the Cincinnati Bengals, they got some people that you like Chris Collinsworth. I know he ain't gonna get much praise. But Chris Collinsworth was pretty good. They got some other people that like Hoots Mizada. Like it's a good bit of them that could be top 10 for other organizations.
TJ, who's Mizzou? TJ, who's your mama? All right. So for the second one for me, you already know, man. I got to go with a very, very good player. Very good player. Roddy White. Roddy White,
Hmm.
man. You got to put some respect on Roddy White. 10,000 career yards, 60 plus touchdowns. Very physical receiver that could play in the slot. He could play in the outside. I mean, Roddy White was perfect for Matt Ryan, and they complemented each other. And I mean, he has an All Pro, 4-time Pro Bowler. He's led the league in receiving yards and receptions at least once. Roddy White was a very good football player. He's in our Ring of Honor. That's one of our guys right there.
I agree. I told you I knew your first. I just didn't know the running back and I didn't know the wide receiver three. I'm hoping you don't say somebody that's still playing in the league right now, but I don't think you're gonna put him on there.
Who
And
Calvin?
yeah, I don't think you're gonna be disrespectful and put him on there.
Nah, I ain't gonna do that.
Um, my wide receiver two, I'm gonna put somebody that's in the league right now. That boy Jamar Chase, he's one of two players in NFL history to have 3,000 receiving yards and 25 TDs in their first two seasons. I mean, it ain't nothing that this man can't do. Every route he can run. You talk about if you want him to go ball, you want him to slant, you want him to end route, or you want the post. He gonna do it all, and he gonna make the DB look foolish. There's a reason why they don't play Bengals single coverage no more, because Jamal was torching them. So now they play double high all the time, cover three. You're that guy when you make them switch up the whole philosophy on how they play one particular team. But that's my number two wide receiver all time right now. I know he doesn't have the stats to go up against some of these other guys, but I believe by the time that he finishes his career with the Bengals, he's going to be our all-time leader in a couple different stats. And he said that on draft night.
I can 100% respect that, man. Jamar Chase is that guy. Is that guy. Um, for me, the
I'm really
third
trying to think who is it. I can't
it's
even think
it's
about it.
I mean, honestly, it's a guy that I've never seen play. He was in the 90s, 90 to 94. Is Andrew Ryson. He played with us
Mm.
for 5 seasons. 4 of those 5 seasons, I mean, he had 1,000 yards in 4 of those 5 seasons, at least 10 plus touchdowns in four. He's led the league once when he was with us with 15 receiving touchdowns. Four-time Pro Bowler. So 4 out of 5 years he was a Pro Bowler. He was an all time. I mean, he was an All Pro for 1 year as well. 5,000 receiving yards. I mean, and 56 touchdowns. Next from there, the next amount of touchdowns for a receiver is 27. So I
Mm.
mean, in 4 seasons, 56. I'm sorry, 40. Um, from another guy I've never seen play before. So from there, yeah.
Mm. Well, my wide receiver three, another person of why was a Bengals fan. Oh, AJ Green, you know, the silent assassin himself. He put up 9,400 yards with the Bengals, 7-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All Pro. There's an argument for me that he's top three back there in the day with Julio and AB and D Hop, but that's an argument for another day. This man was killing shit every week. He was the original Raven killer. Hey, and he from South Carolina. Gotta throw that in. Gotcha. To. So that's that. Or is he from Georgia? I think it's South Carolina. Yeah, he's from South Carolina. So hey, I gotta give him his props. He's my wide receiver 3. I think he's gonna get slept on for the Hall of Fame, but that man a bad man.
Yeah, I was trying to think about because he definitely was up there. He was definitely was up there. There's no doubt about it. He was top 5. I don't
Hmm.
know about top 3, but definitely top 5. Definitely top 5.
I give him top 3.
Because AJ Green was something different um, in his prime. I don't know. Dez was going crazy those years too.
Dez ain't the
Dez was
one that
going
Dez ain't
crazy
the one
those years.
Dez ain't the one that I would have a hard time debating. It'd be D Hop. That's the one
D
I'd have a hard
Hop
time
was
debating.
going crazy at that time too. I'm also trying to. There was some other good receivers.
Odell, that's when Odell was first coming too.
Yeah, but he just came onto the scene. I mean, that's one thing about Odell. Like he still was never
And
considered.
Larry. That's all time stuff though. There's all time stuff that you
Like when you talk about like old reliable, like that's Larry Fitzgerald. But
I
we talking
agree.
about like a pure, like pure talent at the receiver position. Come on, Larry. What he had, like he was like I think of Larry Fitzgerald in basketball to like Tim Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
Very technical, very intelligent. Like he has very good awareness. He has sure hands. Like I don't think he dropped a. I think it was like 5 or 6 straight seasons before he even dropped one pass. Like yes, Larry Fitzgerald is slept on because there was a lot of other receivers that were just like, damn, yo, AB is out there. Like,
Mm-hmm.
line AB 1-on-1 versus that receiver. Megatron is out there mossing 3
Oh yeah,
people at one
Megatron was
time.
out there at that
Yo,
time too.
yo,
Yeah.
AJ Green leaping over a guy to go get the football. D Hop with
Mm-hmm.
no quarterback is killing it. So
Yeah,
it was just
man.
like Larry Fitzgerald was just under the radar every single
I agree.
season. Yeah,
I agree
so
with it.
so yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. And for my tight end, this was this one was a little tough for me because Algie Crumpler was a good tight end for us. That was the Mike Vick era. But I also got to give it to Tony Gonzalez because he did it in less years, 2 less years than what Algie did. Right? I mean, he's
That's what I
third.
thought you was gonna say.
Whoa, Tony Gonzalez. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go. Honorable mention is Algie because Algie did what Tony did in 7 years, but Tony did it in 5.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's tied for first with 35 touchdowns with Algie Crumpler. But in his 5 seasons, he was an All-Pro once. He was a 4-time Pro Bowler. He's third in receiving yards for our tight ends, and he was a great number 2 to Roddy, and was great help for young Matt Ryan. So Matt Ryan having Roddy White and a veteran like Tony Gonzalez. I mean,
Uh-huh.
Matt Ryan has had he's had it. He's had help at the receiver position since he came into the league.
No wonder he got all those passing yards.
Yep.
Um, my tight end is nothing
Just
special.
like Matthew Stafford.
My tight end is nothing special. Bengals don't really have great all-time tight ends. We really don't. So I went with the person I saw. I went with Tyler Eifert in 2015. The stats, the yards is impressive. He went up 615 yards, but he did have 13 TDs, and he was a Pro Bowler that year. So I just had to go off of what I saw. That season got him paid. I'm not gonna lie to you. Jacksonville overpaid for him, and then he was never the same. But my all-time Bengals team: quarterback Joe Burrow, running back Corey Dillon, wide receiver 1 Chad Ochocinco, wide receiver 2 Jamar Chase, wide receiver 3 AJ Green, and rounded it off at tight end with Tyler Eifert.
I like it. I like it. My all-time offense is Mike Vick at the quarterback position. Michael Turner at the running back position. We got Jet Jones starting at receiver. We got Roddy White Andrew Rison, and then we're gonna go with Tony Gonzalez.
Hey, who you think Jimmy one would be? I know it's Tom Brady and Gronk, but who you think these wide receivers and thing gonna be? Will Wes Welker make it?
He might, because he played with Brady for a while.
Randy
played one
But I
solid
would
season
I
with
would
them.
still take Randy over all the wide
Yeah,
receivers
because
they
his one season was literally they went on a Super Bowl run.
had.
They went undefeated.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think Tom Brady broke the passing record that year.
And he do like 50 TDs or something like that.
Yeah, didn't Randy break the receiving record that year as well?
I believe so. Like 20
So
something, yeah.
so I mean that was a crazy season.
Mm-hmm.
And then they lost to the Giants. Crazy.
Who would be their running back? I know somebody slipping my mind.
We got. I mean,
Because they've had some good running back.
You can go with Corey Dillon. You can go with shit. Believe it or not, a sleeper pick might be fucking LeGarrette Blunt with his fucking
He
monstrous touchdown. He just was a touchdown machine. Who else? Like, who else is really back there for the?
I wonder if Amendola would be their wide receiver 3.
Amendola? No, I don't know about that. So I can tell you now, I don't know any one of the. Oh, Kevin Falk. Kevin Falk. I mean, they don't really got running backs like that.
Who's some of their wide receivers?
They never really had running backs like that.
I know I'm missing somebody.
You know what? What's the dude? Damn, what's that guy's name? Oh man. Oh crap.
Because I know they had somebody like on their first Super Bowl run.
Yeah. Deion Branch. Yeah. Oh, what about Julian Edelman?
I said Julian Edelman.
Oh, you said okay. What about
no? I said Wes Welker. That's who I said. I said Wes Welker.
So why? I mean, as far as yards, yeah. I mean, you can go. You got Gronk at the tight end. Wes Welker's their third all-time leader in receiving yards. So Julian Edelman,
Moss,
and then they got Troy Brown.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking about. They got some people.
They do. Wow, that's crazy. James White is actually up there. Shoot, give him James White. Shoot, because he should have won the. Did he win the Super Bowl MVP or they gave it to Edelman?
He didn't win it, but he was balling.
Shit, they should have gave it to James White. He was out there killing us.
Y'all was out there killing yourselves.
Yeah, that too.
Oh, Lord. Well, I know when you just seen the Patriots come back, you was pissed off over there.
Yeah, I was messed up for like two weeks. I was living in New England at that time.
Oh,
I was living in New England.
Did you go? Nah, you ain't going to the parade. I know you was gonna go to.
Why would I go to that parade? Crazy.
Oh Lordy. Were you still wearing your Falcon stuff, or you had to retire for a while?
Of course, I always got to represent, man. Always got to represent, no matter what. No matter what, man. We always represent. Lord, 32 teams in 10 weeks. We got the Packers, Pats, and Jets. Man, oh man. I started off with Packers. First thing you need to do is trade Rodgers. I don't know what the expectation is. I think we talked about it last week. It was that first round draft pick that they're looking for. And I don't think, you know what? I think the Jets just might be desperate enough to give them that first round draft pick, but I don't think they will. It'll probably end up being like a second round draft pick and maybe multiple second rounds, maybe a second round and a third round, but it's going to be early, later picks. Then they got to change the dynamic of their drafting system. Go get a receiver. Go and get a receiver that you never gave Rodgers in the first round. Get Quentin Johnson, who's a big body receiver. You got Jordan Addison, who might fit well there. You got Jackson from Ohio State. That might be his best fit right there. So go get one of those guys. Find some explosive plays for Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon to take the pressure off Jordan Love. But give Jordan Love the keys to the Ferrari. Let him take the throne. He has a big arm. He sat behind Rodgers for 3 years. This is what the Packers are used to. Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love. It's pretty. It's like a full circle. They've been through this before. So strengthen the defense long term. You got to beef up the O line as well. O line is getting a little banged up lately. That's why Rodgers been under more pressure. But yeah, I mean, I think the team itself is solid, but they gotta stay healthy because what's the name was hurt a lot of time, a lot of the year last year. Who's their corner?
Yeah,
Jair
Alexander.
Alexander. Yeah, Jair Alexander was hurt for majority of the year last year. So
Mm-hmm.
you also got to find some pass rushers. You got a young linebacker who made a stupid play during that Lions game, but talk about Quay Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So they got some talent. They
They
got
do.
some talent.
They do. That's why when y'all start poo pooing Jordan Love, I was like, hey, they gonna find out.
Whoa! I never poo-pooed Jordan Love. You said that he's going to be a top 10 quarterback next
Hold
year.
on, and then
I didn't.
I reframed it. I said top 10 to 15. That's
Oh
what I
man,
reframed it to.
that's a big jump. That's a big jump from Tua playing like a top 10 quarterback to Derek Carr and Kirk Cousins
Hey,
and Ryan Tannehill.
I got between 10 and 15. When we do our rankings next year, I believe he's gonna be there. That's what I believe.
Projection right now, Jordan Love. What do you think his stats look like?
Uh 3,600 yards, 27, 26 touchdowns. I can see him getting kind of reckless with that ball his first year. I ain't gonna lie to you. 13 interceptions, probably fit, nah, 62 completion rate, 62% completion rate.
I could say similar because I was thinking more along lines like 3,700 passing yards with like I was thinking right under 30, so like 29, 10
Mm-hmm.
interceptions, uh 10 to 12 interceptions, about yes, I say 62% completion percentage as well. So I think I'm buying the Jordan Love stock.
Oh,
I wanted
now you there with
no.
me.
I wanted to. I was there. I said that. Me and you agreed. I just didn't. Once you said top 10, I was like, whoa, top 10. But I was like, I'm buying the stock of Jordan Love.
Hey, the Packers, every time they get a quarterback, that quarterback seemed to be there for like 15 years. So, I mean,
I
I'm not.
mean, he also with his big arm, he has a deep threat. He has a deep threat there already, Christian
Watkins.
Watson.
Mm-hmm.
So
And got Dobbs there already also.
yeah,
So,
hopefully Dobbs takes another leap. They need a tight end as well, but there's a quite a few tight ends in this draft. I
trust
think
me.
there's like three that they projected to go in the first round at first, but
3 or 4, but trust me, trust me, the Bengals are watching. We have no tight ends right now. We're watching.
that's what y'all watching for.
Yeah, Michael Mayer from Notre Dame. Michael Mayer. But
You got the 6'7" dude from Georgia.
I'll take him too. Because he can block and I think he's gonna be a freak athlete. So either one works for me. We just need some help blocking just to be on the safe side. Um for my team, the Jets. Jets, I'm not that high on y'all, but I decided I was gonna be positive today. I think y'all should trade whatever y'all got to for Rodgers. Granted, I don't think y'all gonna have to trade the number one pick. I think you're probably gonna have to trade a second at the highest, and then maybe a future, compensatory pick or just some future pick. I mean, with that 13th pick, I believe y'all need to go pick up an offensive lineman, or go holler at the Bengals about Jonah Williams. He wants out. Go see about him.
For
Give
first
him
round draft pick?
no.
Oh,
Hell to
I
the
was like,
no.
what? Yeah, keep him. Keep him.
Hell to the no, bro. It's not worth that. Nah, I say a second or that's me being a Bengals fan. I want a second, but I could see a third or something like that. But see about Jonah, I mean he's solid enough that he could do something. Also, go get OBJ because y'all just gave away Elijah Moore. Literally, all y'all did was basically switch positions in the draft. Um, and I'd say also hope and pray Aaron Rodgers can return back to MVP form, and Brees Hall can return back to what we saw in his rookie year. Because if Aaron Rodgers doesn't return back to MVP form, all this is going to be for nothing, to be honest with you. And go sign Calais Campbell. I seen that he has a visit coming up with y'all soon. Y'all lost Sheldon Rankins. Calais Campbell, I mean, he is like 36 or 37, but he still had 36 tackles, 5.5 sacks, two forced fumbles. I mean, bro, about 6'7". What, Darius? What you thinking over there, man? What you thinking over there, man?
I didn't say that, bro.
What's your issue?
Hey, you know where he stopped at, right? You know where he
I
stopped at, right?
seen, I
Okay,
seen that
okay,
too.
okay,
I
okay.
see,
Just,
I
just
see.
check,
He had a
just
lot of
check it,
visits.
just check it.
Why y'all ain't kept him?
Mhm. Hey, maybe he doing a Calais tour, man. Maybe this the final season of his, of his career. Maybe he got like 1 or 2 years left, trying to figure out where he gonna hang up the cleats, man. Because
Unless y'all
he
offer,
also went to go see the Jags.
I was gonna say, unless y'all offering a bag, I would not be going to Atlanta. If I'm him, I want no because at that age you won a Super Bowl. Atlanta ain't winning no Super Bowl no time soon.
You disrespecting us.
I tell you the truth.
You disrespecting
Y'all
us.
winning? Y'all winning next year?
Maybe.
Here you go with that nonsense again. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, man. The Jets. I heard they want to bring in not Odell, Zeke as well. And
Mm.
you saw Brees and Michael Carter tweeting like, nah, we good over here.
Hey, Bengals head coach Zach Taylor said the same thing. Like we like our team right now. Hey, that running back position ain't looking too good for trying to get paid nowadays. I say that. Like,
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, because I mean, Zeke would be cool, but I don't. What we need Zeke and Joe Mixon for? Like, they ain't explosive. There's no
But
explosiveness
they
back
said they
there
definitely want to get Joe Mixon a number two. Like they want to have a
in the
1-2
let's
punch.
get a draft
Yeah,
in the draft.
you might as well. I mean, there's some good running backs in the draft.
Exactly.
Some really good running backs. I mean, you got the dude from Sean Tucker from Syracuse that you can get in the late
Hmm.
round. I mean, the backup from to Bijan was actually really good too.
Isn't there like somebody named Deuce Vaughn or something like that?
Deuce Vaughn, yep, you got him. Uh, I mean, shoot, whoever gets that dude, get is it Bigsby or Gibbs from
Oh, from
from
Alabama.
Bama? He
That's
gonna be
that's
shoot.
that's who I seen Bengals fan want.
He looking like a little Alvin Kamara to me.
He looked like he might be the best running back in the draft. Maybe.
I don't know about that. Bijan is that guy, man.
Mm.
Bijan is that guy. But yeah, a lot of teams are looking at these backs though, because Atlanta's also looking at running backs too, because we need another one. Put
Y'all
Cordell
need
at
a lot.
receiver.
What else? What else you got? What you got for the Patriots?
Uh, I mean, the Patriots is doing what the Patriots do, man. They just get like okay guys that is system guys, and that's just gonna fall in line, and that's really it. Like they don't go out and make splash plays. But what the
Hmm.
Patriots usually do in the draft, what they've been doing lately is building up their offensive line. So they're
And draft
probably
somebody that none of us know.
exactly. So they're probably going to draft an O lineman in the first round, whether it's the guy from it's probably going to be the guy from Ohio State because that's probably who's gonna. Because I don't think Skaronski is going to get to him because right when the Patriots draft, I think there's going to be a run of those tackles. The tackles are going to go off the board between like 11 to 13. And I think the
Well, let's
Patriots.
pray not. Let's pray not.
Oh,
Bengals need some tackles.
okay.
I've seen some mocks. I've seen some mocks where they get Jackson and Jigba from Ohio State. I have seen that. So let's pray that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess y'all on Lyle Collins, yeah,
Bro
closing the
coming off
door.
AC, bro coming off ACL. You can't bank on that.
Sure, you might as well keep Jonah Williams, put him at right tackle.
That was the plan until he decided to say he wanted to get traded.
Oh damn. Damn.
Hey, our offensive line was about to look right until he decided to say that nonsense. Like, bro, like I get it. It's a pay difference between left tackle and right tackle, but you also got to realize you ain't really like that. To be honest with you.
He think he like that.
Mm. That's all you got for the Patriots?
Yeah, man, because we already know what they're gonna do. They're gonna draft a defensive back that we don't know. Maybe they get the guy from TCU who's really good. They could be a really good slot corner that may work well for them. But who knew that they were gonna draft Duggar in the first
True.
round?
But he was good though.
No, he was his first year. He just became good last year.
True.
So I will give like there are some guys that actually pan out to be really good players like after year 3. Like Quinny Williams didn't live up to the hype his first year.
Mm-hmm.
But this year, Quinny Williams was a freaking monster.
Cole ain't his name Cole Strange who they drafted last year? He wasn't that bad last
The
year.
old lineman?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're going to continue to beef up the O-line. They went out and got Juju already. They're running it back with all their receivers that we don't know. And they need another running backs, but
Bro said they running it back with all the receivers you don't know.
I can't name one receiver on that team besides Aguilar, who now is with he just got signed. Yeah, he's now with the Ravens, but he didn't even play last year. Yeah, he didn't play last year. And
yeah, finally did something.
They lost their number one threat. Oh, they did bring in Mike Gesicki. There you go. They brought in Mike Gesicki. And they're gonna try to run him back with that 2 tight end system that failed the last 4 years.
Don't tell Jimmy that because all he gonna say is how many championships they got. You know, don't tell him about their future. Just he only wants to hear about the past. For me, I know it's probably unrealistic, but I say go look at Jerry Judy or DeAndre Hopkins because we've seen Juju is not a number one option. We saw whenever he is number one option, it ain't cutting it. So I would say go get number one option. I would also say go get some O-line depth and some help. Like that O-line was kind of shaky last year, and they actually brought in an OC. The offense was ranked 26th overall last year. I believe that's gonna help them out. So just bring in some more pieces, bring in some more weapons, even if it's not like the Judy or the Hopkins. Go get Jackson and Jigba or one of these wide receivers that can change the game for y'all because I promise you, Juju ain't scaring nobody.
Yeah, I agree. But that's again, you know what? You know who would be a good fit for them? Jordan Addison would be a good fit for them.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I think a lot of the good receivers that's in the draft this year are gonna go in the first 2 rounds. Like they're gonna go early. All of these top guys, and I think they'll all be pretty solid. But I think all of these guys are gonna be first round draft picks, damn near. I think the running back position is pretty deep. The cornerback position is pretty deep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and other than that, I mean, you got some. Hopefully, the edge rushers pan out. But yeah, this team isn't really a splash team, and they need another running back because they lost Damian Harris. So who they just gonna run it back with? Ramondre Stevenson, like as your only running back. So I mean, but it's crazy because free agency is still around. Like people are still getting signed. There's still a lot of veteran backs out there that still have not been signed yet. And I
They
don't
could
know if
come get Joe Mixon.
at this point, I don't think the Bengals are going to release Joe Mixon. Yeah, I think y'all gonna run it back with him.
I think they go. I think they might restructure his deal.
I mean, they're
That's
gonna
what I
have
think.
to. 800 rushing yards for a $12 million running back. Come on, man. Come on, man.
I will, to his defense, I will say, I think the line plays a part in it. Also, I do, but still, 800 yards for 12 million is still crazy.
Yeah, yeah. So again, I mean, you're higher on the Patriots than I am. I see them being the worst team in that division. Is that not true?
Hold on. I don't like this narrative. I'm high on them. I just don't think that they're gonna be trash like how everybody else thinks. I
I
think
think
they're gonna be
they're gonna
decent. I
win.
think they're gonna be decent. I do. I just. I've also said I'm not high on the Jets. I need to see the Dolphins with Tua. Yes, they looked good last year, but we've
Wait,
seen.
so two of them play. All right. Let's just look at this division really quick. The Bills. How many games do you think the Bills are gonna win?
Can you do me a favor? Can you look at the? Oh, yeah, I can look. I can
No,
look at
I don't
this
even
shit.
need the schedule.
Just,
I don't even
just
need
off
this schedule.
top.
Just off the top, I think they're gonna win 12 games.
I don't think they're gonna win 12 games. I think because I believe I looked at their schedule. It's not easy. I'd say 10, 11.
Okay. So then the second team in the division, I think, will be the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins this year will win 10 games.
10, 11.
The bad thing is the Dolphins is wherever Tua goes, the team goes. Because Tua can't
That's
stay healthy.
but I also like we've seen times before where a offense that people haven't seen before comes out, and granted, it's still gonna be hard because they have a lot of speed. But we've seen the first year teams have all this success, but then the second year, defensive coordinators and these other teams start to figure it out how to slow this offense down. We might could see that happen with the Dolphins because they basically running it back.
I think the Dolphins is a good roster. So
Ooh,
I
the
give them
weed.
10. I give them 10 wins. I give them 10 wins. And
Mm,
I gotta keep up with I gotta stand on it that they're
mm,
gonna win the Super Bowl within 1 to 3 years.
mm.
I gotta stamp it, man.
How
So
many games you got the Jets winning?
Jets, I'm gonna say they're gonna win with Rodgers. I think they're gonna win. They won 7 games last year. I think they're gonna win 9.
I think they went 8 to 9. I'm not high on them, and I think the Patriots win around that same amount, 8 to 9.
And I think the Patriots, I got them winning 7-8,
Mm.
being the worst team in the division.
I can't, I can't wait till we get to the predictions of teams because I would you get the Bills? You said the Bills 12 games.
I think the Bills are gonna win 12 games.
Um, I'll wait to find out what you got in store for the Chiefs and things. I'll just wait for that. And your
No,
beloved Jags,
no problem.
you know.
All right. So, any other thing for the Patriots?
Nah, do something in the future. About it. About it.
All right, round robin. Okay, you're gonna list off some things here, things that's going around the leagues, and get your opinion on it. So I'm gonna start it off. I got Ezekiel Elliott still got some juice left in the pen,
Mhm.
left in the tank.
Uh, maybe I don't think he's gonna be explosive, but I believe that he could still come in and impact and help a team win. I do believe that. But as far as him being like the RB1 or him coming in there for explosive plays, no, I think he'd be a great blocker for some of these teams. But it's sounding like these teams don't even want him. So it's like you put that wish list out there and these teams don't even want you. So I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I'm not high on it.
So I will say I think Zeke still got stuff left in the tank. I'm not saying he's going to be explosive because he hasn't been in the last 3 years. Uh, I will say that now that we have a narrow, I mean, we can't really predict where he's going to go. We can't say, oh, Zeke might fit, with the Bucks, like just throwing out random teams anymore because we know it's narrowed down to 3 teams. Doesn't sound like the Bengals are high on him at this point from what you just said. I don't think the Jets is going to go ahead and go get Zeke. And the only last team is the Eagles. I see him going to the Eagles, and I see him just being a touchdown monster. Like he's just going to be the power guy that
Like Jamal Williams was for the Lions last year.
Yeah, basically. Because I mean Zeke did that for the Cowboys. He didn't score any touchdowns over, I think they said 15. His longest touchdown was 14 yards. Other than that, I think he had like 6 touchdowns within 2 yards and a couple of within 5. So I see that being with the Eagles. So I see him being an 800-yard rusher with at least 12 touchdowns per year for the next couple of years.
Yeah, maybe. Mine. Ben Simmons is shutting it down for the rest of the season. I seen the stat. Mikal Bridges has more points than Ben Simmons' whole career this season than Ben Simmons' whole career with the Brooklyn Nets. I'm just trying to figure out what type of fall from grace was this because Ben Simmons at one point he looked like a dog out there, to be honest with you.
I think it's mentals, man. I think it's mentals. I don't think he's it could be pressure, right? Pressure would be great. And I thought, again, I was always high on Ben Simmons. I loved Ben Simmons with his ability, being 6'11", being able to handle the rock the way he could, being able to pass the way he could, being able to defend
anybody.
Yes, defend 1 through 5. I thought Ben Simmons was that guy. And I really think it's just, everyone goes through shit. And I think he's just going through it. But I saw someone say that after this contract, I wouldn't be surprised if he just stopped playing basketball. And I don't know about that, but I could see it. I just don't know. I don't know.
Because he got like 2 years left, I think. Or is it like 2 or 3? I don't know. I don't know. He's so young that I can't see that.
Yeah, he's what, like 20? What is it? He's only like 23, right? He's probably like 23, 24.
Nah, I think he's older than that now. He's been in the league for a while now.
It seems like he's been in the league for a while. But he really didn't. He's 26.
He's 26. And how much longer he got on his contract?
That I don't know. Let's see. What are we in? Oh yeah, he's still got 2 years left. Yeah, 37 mil to 40 mil. Wow.
Wow. About to overpay.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. I don't know about Ben Simmons, man. I don't know. I don't know if he's still gonna play. And then I don't know what kind of contract he's gonna have after this. I mean, who's gonna want to pay him $20+ million? They barely have him for the season, or when he's really in the game, he's not really being effective because he didn't even start when they had KD and Kyrie. He wasn't even in the starting lineup.
That most definitely is true. So I'm not sure about him. But I think he could. I think somebody's gonna still pick him up because of his name, and I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know, man. All right. Okay. So I'm glad you brought up D Hop because you know who's on D Hop's list, right? You know who's on D Hop's list? Yeah, that team right there. But you know what? I've been super quiet. I've been super quiet in the chat. I ain't say nothing about the Calais Campbell. I ain't say nothing about D Hop.
Is Calais Campbell something to hit the chat about?
Hey, man, a good veteran leadership. to be there with my young edge rushers. That would be fantastic for us. We don't need him. We don't need you to play the full game, Calais. We just need you to, be the motivator. Get in there, do a little splash a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay. But for this topic, for this specific topic, D Hop is gonna go to the AFC. Oh, I know you love this, man. I know you love to the
I know who you,
Buffalo
but
Bills, baby. Oh, I know you nervous. Don't be nervous, Don. Don't be
I
nervous.
I really ain't.
Yep.
I tell you what.
I
I
knew
tell you,
you
to
was
be honest
nervous,
with you.
bro.
To be honest with you, the only team that he go to in the AFC that would have me nervous is Kansas City. Buffalo, I don't really care about, but Kansas City, I would have been worried. Like you got Patrick Mahomes now him and Travis Kelce. But hey, go off. I understand you think Buffalo
D
gonna do
Hop,
something.
you had D Hop in your top 10 receivers this year. And now, if he goes to Buffalo, they got 2 top 10 receivers. They got a top 3 quarterback, and they got a top 5 overall team. And you're still not worried. Oh, man. They just,
Just because you add a piece that makes this.
uh,
So
that
let me ask you this.
does.
So let me ask you this. They add him. Where they rank in the AFC number wise?
Well, how many games did the Bengals win last year?
12 or 13.
Okay, I think y'all going to win more like 10, 11. The Bills won 12 games last year. I think they'll win 12 again. The Chiefs won how many games? Did they win 14 games?
I think it's 14, either 13 or 14.
Okay, I see them winning the same, about 13 wins.
So according to you, it's gonna be Chiefs, Bills, and Bengals.
Could be. Don't know yet.
Yo, I promise you, I can't wait till we get to a prediction show like standings, because y'all just be spewing stuff about the Bengals. I don't think I don't think y'all understand how easy our schedule is this year. We play the AFC South. That's 4 wins right there.
You never
Easy
know, man.
wins.
You never know.
Easy.
Any given
Easy
Sunday,
work.
man.
Easy
Any
work.
any given Sunday.
You know dang on where the Titans can't mess with us. You Colts, you banking on that versus the Bengals? What about the Texans? You banking on that, G?
The
Oh, I
Texans.
know who you.
Whoa,
I
whoa,
know
whoa,
who
whoa,
you
whoa!
banking on.
No, 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 no. The Texans' defensive back core is actually not bad. They were actually a top. Whoa, they were a top like 8 unit last year.
That's all fine and dandy. They ain't seen the Migos yet.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, they ain't seen Joe Burrow yet. Then you said, oh, you banking on the Jags, right? I know. I know that's who you banking on.
Yep.
We gonna smack that ass.
We're gonna see.
Also, who we play the NFC South? I mean NFC. Oh, we play the NFC North. I'm not worried about the Lions. I'm not
Now
worried.
you're not worried about the Lions. Okay.
I mean, we just spanked their ass 2 years ago, literally. No, 3 years ago, we got the Lions. You think the Packers gonna beat us? Tuh. Bears? Tuh. Who else? No, I don't think we played a division. I know we played the Vikings for a fact though, and they come to Cincinnati. But go off, man. We'll get to that when no, we played NFC West 49ers. We just said that only 2 teams out there really. That's who we play. 49ers and Seahawks. Not worried about the Rams. Damn sure not worried about the Cardinals. I'm really not worried about the Seahawks either. But hey, go off, man. Go off. These other teams got to play like the Eagles and the Cowboys, because that's who the Bills got to play, and the Chiefs and the big. But hey, I'll let you have that.
Yep.
C.J. Gardner Johnson said this is the Lions team is more talented than the Eagles team that he was just on. What you think about that? Does it sound like hate, or does it sound like some factual stuff?
I don't think it's hate. I think it's just player talk. Really, it's just like He's like, it's just like rider for your team. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, this the best roster right here.
Oh, you kind of mean like when Tyreek Hill said that Tua was more accurate than Patrick
Yeah,
Mahomes?
yeah, something like that. So, because there's no way in hell that the Lions had a better roster than the Eagles, who had the best D line in football, the best cornerback duo in football. He was part of one of the best secondaries in football. The quarterback is better. The O line, okay, they're pretty even on the O line, and the receiving duo is. Come on now.
Ugh,
You know that
what you
was a
got?
little. The Raiders skips out on a quarterback in the first round to help build a better roster.
I don't know. I just think that they gonna at least think about it because that Jimmy G contract I heard that's like really it could be broken down to like a 1 year deal if they really wanted it or something like that. So I imagine they looking for their quarterback of the future, and they obviously know Jimmy G isn't that guy. I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends just how the draft falls. If like a Levis or Richardson is there, I could see them trying to take Richardson.
Yeah, I won't be surprised if they try to take like Will Levis.
Um,
I don't know.
uh,
I think Jalen Carter is that X factor because he's a top three talent and as a draft overall as a grade. Um, I think anyone who gets him after the Raiders pick is like that's like a steal right there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I would say that because if he went to like the Eagles or somebody like that, ooh, that's gonna be a problem right there. Or
Yeah,
at least for them, or at least for teams in the NFC.
yeah.
Um, my last one. Lakers been on a 3-game winning streak. They making the playoffs.
I already said that AD and what's his name? The guard.
Oh, you know Austin
D'Angelo,
Reeves,
no, D'Angelo
D'Lo.
Russell. Yeah, so I told you D'Lo and him and AD was gonna get that team into the playoffs. The issue now is the Dallas Mavericks. They are out of
Nah,
the playoffs.
nah. Y'all were just bigging up the Mavericks just last week.
I sure was, man. I sure was, and
I seen on that video. I said, "There's what they got to do with anything." You said I said something about Jokic. You said, "Well, you were just bigging up the Kings. What one got to do with two?" You know what I'm saying? I see. I don't be catching the stuff when you say it
hey,
until I go
man,
back and rewatch it.
I was actually just looking at the standings the other day, and I mean, you better hope that the Kings don't have to play
Play
um,
who?
the Clippers. Well, yeah, we would because I
Bro,
think that's the
Paul George is out for the rest of the regular season.
that's fine. I mean, right now they got to play number three plays number
6.
6.
And number
Right
6
now
right now is the
is the
Warriors, ain't it?
Warriors, and I told you I said
No,
that
it's
I
not.
agree with you last week. I said the Kings. I think the Warriors they can beat. I said that last week.
Yeah, I remember you said that. I do remember you said that.
So that would be the team that I think the Kings will want to play, and they get the home court advantage as well. So, I mean,
I don't think they worry about any of them to be honest with you.
I don't know. They're playing at a
Because
high level.
I mean, the Clippers. Yeah, you got to deal with Kawhi, but
I
also
think
Paul George is
defensively,
out.
the Clippers would would stop that team.
Bro, we seen Luca torch that same team that you preaching that they got defense that they defense. We seen Luca time and time again torch him. Devin Booker
Fox and
last year.
Sabonis. Fox and Sabonis ain't on Luca's level.
That pick and roll that they run together. I'm not saying he is, but I'm just saying that pick and roll that they run is pretty dangerous. Sabonis putting up a triple double left and right. Bro, y'all just keep sleeping. Y'all just keep on sleeping.
All right, I got two more. Dallas low key had a top three free agency
Um,
with the two moves that they made, bringing in Stephon Gilmore and Brandon Cooks, but they traded them for compensatory picks, so they still got all their draft picks
mhm.
that comes that they already had, and they traded them for compensatory picks, fifth rounders too.
um, I would say I don't know about top three. They had a good off season, but you still got the Bears out there that had a good one. The Panthers looking like they were gonna have a good one. I mean, they getting number one overall pick. Um, I'm sleep. The Browns low key had a good off season. It ain't gonna affect nothing. And then hey, gotta stay consistent. Gotta stay
Yeah, I
consistent.
don't know what the Browns is doing, but they went and got like 4D linemen. They just
Bro,
tried.
but
Yo,
the thing about the Browns is they better hope their salary cap keep on going up because they keep pushing that contract a year after year,
it's gonna get
and
ugly.
that's if the salary cap doesn't continue to keep going up, mm, Miles Garrett gonna be for cheap. Who want? But I don't know, man. Like I'm high on my Bengals, but I don't think that we had a top three. I think we one of the top ones. Um, yeah, they had a good one because they addressed basically their main two issues.
With
So
veterans that have proven that they still can play.
low key, to be honest with you, I almost put the Cowboys as a team I was buying stock in, but then I was just like, who I'm fooling? I know when I get to the playoffs, I'm not rooting for no Dallas.
I mean, do you just think that Dak, if 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 Dak doesn't throw so many interceptions, but do you think it'll take pressure off Dak not having Zeke and also on Mike McCarthy being now the play caller to where it's not like Jerry Jones is breathing down your throat like I got a $16 million running back there. You better give him the ball. He better be in the game.
But the thing about that, the reason another thing that pushed me off of the Dax, I mean off of the Cowboys was because of the fact that they had that Mike McCarthy is gonna be calling plays. I'm not that high on Mike McCarthy to be honest with you, and then I'm just like, do I believe in Dak when it matters? I'm not too sure about that one to be honest with you. So I like the weapons, I really do. I like Pollard, I like CD, I like Brandon Cooks. They still they got their like in-house tight end that they like. I don't really know much about them, but Dallas fans like them. Their defense is looking pretty legit now, but I'm just I can't I just can't buy stock in them. I can't, and maybe that's gonna be to my detriment. But hey, I did tell you, I seen a prediction, Super Bowl prediction. Cowboys versus Bengals, but they had the Bengals winning. So, you know, hey, hopefully.
Right.
Well,
Right. Yeah, I don't that's not my Super Bowl prediction.
we know it's gonna be something crazy. Let me think. Who you high on right now? Uh, I don't think you're gonna make the mistake and say the Bills again. So I can
Never
see
know,
you.
man.
I can
Never
see
know,
you
man.
saying something outlandish like Dolphins versus who do you like out there in the NFC? You don't talk about nobody out there in the NFC like that.
Because there ain't no one to talk about except my team, man. Ain't no one to put some respect on until we get back in there, man.
What you gonna say? Dolphins versus 49ers?
I don't know. I still got to see the draft, man.
That seemed like a
I gotta.
Darius pick.
I'm waiting to the draft to make my Super Bowl prediction. But I got one team in mind already. So, and I
You
ain't
got
gonna
one?
say it. Yeah,
Which
one
which
team.
side? AFC or NFC?
I ain't got to say nothing. So for my fifth and final one, I'm gonna say Austin Eckler, Derrick Henry, and Dalvin Cook all stay put. None of them get
Mm-hmm.
traded.
Mm-hmm. I can agree with that because I mean, who? Yeah, there's teams out here need running backs, but who's gonna trade? What Chargers or the Titans or the Vikings would even want for those type of running backs? Because it ain't like they just some washed up running backs. They're still pretty good. So I can see them still all just running it back with their teams. Even though I do believe the Titans should blow it up.
Yeah, Titans definitely need to blow it up because they're just wasting time and wasting talent.
Well, they ain't got much talent on the offensive side.
Derrick Henry and
Derrick Henry,
no,
Derrick Henry, Derrick
their
Henry.
rookie tight end was actually pretty good last year.
Bro
Granted,
was
that was the only
decent.
tight end.
He
He
was
was solid.
decent.
I mean,
Uh,
the tight end position is very very slim. Like there's only like five guys that's really like that.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
Don't do this. Don't do this.
Kelsey, Kittle, Mark Andrews,
Waller,
Darren Waller, when healthy.
Dalton Schultz. Here he go. Here he go.
Dalton Schultz is okay. What about Knox from the Bills? He's solid.
He's
Dawson
straight.
Knox, he's
He's
solid
straight.
for them.
I know you're not as high on Gesicki, but Gesicki,
I'm not high
he's
on Gesicki.
straight. Got fire move from Pittsburgh.
Dallas Goddard.
Exactly. Fire move.
Fire
Zach
moves.
Ertz.
I like fire moves. We'll Zach. Oh yeah, Zach Ertz when healthy. Yes. Kyle Pitts. Don't you put that face there. Don't disrespect my boy. It's crazy.
TJ Hawkins.
Yeah, on that note, yo, let's move on, man. You just you on some bullshit now.
It's only good. I only did it because you sat there and poo-poo with somebody else, so that's why I'm just like,
Mike Gesicki?
Hey, I told you before Mike McDaniels got there. Before Mike McDaniels got there, Gesicki was looking like he was like that.
Gesicki is not on Kyle Pitts level. In just one year, in one good season for Kyle Pitts, I'll take over Gesicki's career.
Njoku from the Browns. Njoku gonna have a better season than Kyle Pitts. Don't look crazy. Don't look crazy.
Let's put another hat on it, man. Yo, I'm about to listeners. I'm about to have 4 new hats on my wall up here by the end of the next football season. From all Don, courtesy of Don's trust. It's gonna be all on my wall back here, man.
So we got what's that? We got the Falcons winning over 8 games.
Falcons winning 9 games. That's for 2 hats.
Mm-hmm.
Then you just said David Njoku. I don't care if an injury happens. I don't care if Deshaun Watson gets suspended again. I don't want to hear no excuses. Only thing I want to look at is them stats.
What did Cal put up last year?
He put up, I think, 400 and with 2 touchdowns. Bro, don't disrespect my boy.
Oh,
I don't even think he played
Lord,
6 games. He played 10 games.
Well, look up Njoku's stats for me right quickly.
Yeah, I will. He played 14 games, had 4 touchdowns and 600 receiving yards.
Bro started to turn it on later in the season too.
I'm just happy about this bet right here. So David Njoku versus Kyle Pitts for a hat, and we got Atlanta Falcons winning 9 games for 2 hats. And what else we got? I think we got one more bet.
The other ones I got already written down. We got Panthers versus Falcons better record. Me and you got Jimmy G versus Derek Carr going off of stats. That's the $50 bet. Then we got Chiefs and Bengals better record.
That's the only one. That's the only one I'm nervous about is the Jimmy G. Because before that I had Jimmy G going to the Jets. So that's the only one I'm worried about. Other than that, I'm not worried about anything else, man. I'm not worried about David Njoku. I'm not worried about the Bengals. I'm not worried about the Panthers. I'm worried about this stuff, man. It's all easy. That's easy money, man. Easy money.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. It's gonna be easy.
We're gonna have some nice new hats up there from Don's Trust, courtesy of Don. We appreciate you, Don. We appreciate you, brother.
You know, I was just looking at some hats the other night. I said, yeah, these gonna look real nice. But hey, you gonna find out real soon, real soon.
Well, we will see.
The Falcons gonna be your downfall.
Hey, they just might. They stress me out just about every other year.
Oh,
so they just might.
Me and Jimmy got the Steelers versus the Browns.
Oh my
God!
I'm telling you, I'm telling you, hey. Deshaun and the Browns is Jimmy on their payroll, man.
Sutton.
He on the payroll, man.
Jesus. Jesus. I don't know. I don't know what he saw from them that got him so high on them.
That's his team, man.
But
That's
it's
his
all cool.
team.
It's all cool though. It's all, hey, that's gonna be an easy little hat bet right there.
Well, Don, this was a good episode, man. 30 for Curry, man. We finally hit episode 30 of the No Games, Just Business podcast. Remember, everyone, like, share, subscribe. Hit us up on TikTok, where we get a lot of fan love there. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. We are on just about every platform. And you guys already know. Thank you guys for tuning in. And until next time, peace.
This that C-O-M-E-U-P. Stand back while I do me. I'm the King James of this era. Do my best to be 2-3. You see, the metaphoric beat destroying MC. They had to wait his turn, sit and learn from the OGs, but slowly I had myself out like a slowly get take paper to make paper. So I'm speaking from this loose leaf. Damn. I ain't even gotta talk about it. They said you public in the basement, but your songs is private. Bring back the monster, the one that you keep locked in. Shit, I ain't gotta score the points. Look at John Stockton. I put my niggas on just so they can make a profit. But for now, I ain't get up and play that monster in the closet.